We're going to start standing on our mat, so bring the outer edges of your feet parallel. Feel the weight pouring into all four corners of your feet. Allow the legs to feel strong, so engage the muscles along the front of the legs. As they engage, feel the legs straightening, and then engage the muscles in the backs of the legs, countering that action. This also helps prevent any hyperextension in the knee. Allow the shoulder blades to slide down the back. The belly is engaged. Allow your awareness to gently drift to your breath. Allow yourself to be completely present for these next 15 minutes. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, we'll inhale to flat back, so reaching the chest through the arms, and exhale, folding forward. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, surrender the crown of head down. Inhale, reaching through again, and exhale, surrendering forward. You can grab opposite elbows and allow the upper half of the body to just hang down, feeling the crown of your head reaching towards your mat. Maybe with every exhale, see if you can feel yourself creating a little bit more length in the spine, more length in the sides of your body, seeing if you can feel that crown of head reaching a little bit closer towards your mat. On your next exhale, you can release the hands, walk them over towards the right, keeping that left hip pulling back, and then walk them over to the left and keep that right hip pulling back, getting a nice stretch on the side of the body. We'll inhale back to center. Inhale and straighten the right leg as you bend the left, and then moving to the opposite side, straightening the left leg as you bend the right. Maybe seeing if you can feel the hamstrings beginning to lengthen, to open up. Then bend both knees and inhale. Straighten both legs, surrender the crown of head towards the floor. Then we're going to plant both hands shoulder width apart. We're going to gently step ourselves back into our down dog. You can start with the knees bent. You can pedal out the heel, so straightening and bending again, one leg at a time. Remembering to keep an external rotation in the shoulders. On your next inhale, inhale both heels up. Exhale, feel them sinking down towards your mat. And then on your next breath, we're going to internally rotate that back left heel. Step forward with the right foot, a small step forward. And then exhale, straighten the legs, shift the weight back, coming into our pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Inhale. Lengthen, exhale, see if you can surrender forward a little bit more. So using your breath to help you deepen into the pose. So inhale as you lengthen, and exhale, surrendering down a little bit further. Then you can hold. We'll hold here for a couple breaths. Keep that right hip pulling back. We'll shift the weight forward. Step that left foot back a little bit further, and we're going to come down into a low lunge. Take a breath here to square the hips, and then take an inhale, reach the hips back, exhale, lunge forward. So inhale back into a runner stretch, and exhale, sinking into the hips, coming into your low lunge. Inhale, leading with the hips back, and on the exhale, leading with the chest forward. Flowing at the rate of your own breath. The next time you inhale back, we'll hold. Pulling those toes towards the shin, isometrically pulling that heel back. Exhale, lunge forward, bring the weight into that front foot, and we're going to step up into our forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, surrender forward. 2 more times. Inhale, reach the chest through, flat back. Exhale, fold. 1 more time. Inhale, look up towards the horizon. Feel a nice stretch across the backs of the legs. Exhale, surrender. We'll plant the hands again, shoulder width apart. Keep the fingers wide. We'll step back into our down dog. Feel the legs straighten and the heels sink down as those quad muscles press into the femur bone. Now this time we're going to internally rotate that back right heel, step forward with the left foot, shift the weight back as you straighten the legs coming into your pyramid. Inhale up a bit as you lengthen, exhale, surrender forward. Inhale up a bit as you lengthen, exhale, surrender forward. Keep the muscles in both legs engaged, so feel the kneecaps pulling up on both legs. Feel that back heel pressing down. Front leg is straightening. Then we can walk our hands forward, bring the weight forward, and then step that right foot back a little bit further, coming into your low lunge. Drop the knees, square the hips. On your next inhale, we'll shift the hips back, coming into our runner stretch. Exhale, lunging forward, releasing in the hips. Inhale back, pull those toes towards the shin. Exhale, lunge forward. Inhale, rocking back onto the heel. We'll lunge forward one more time. And then on your next inhale back, we'll hold. Isometrically pulling the left heel back. And then we'll lunge forward. On your next exhale, we'll bring the weight to that front foot and we're going to step up into our forward fold. Inhale, flat back, so 3 rounds. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lead with the chest forward. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, widen through the collarbones. Exhale, surrender forward. Take a moment here to reconnect with your breath. And then we're going to take a big step back with the left foot. We're going to rotate the toes towards the sides of our mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So bring the outer edges of the feet parallel or bring the toes slightly in. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale as you reach the crown of head away from the hips. Exhale, surrender forward. Inhale again, reaching. Exhale, surrender forward. One last time, we'll inhale up, feeling length in the sides of the body, and then exhale, we'll surrender forward. So keep those kneecaps pulling up, keep the legs strong. If the hamstrings are really tight, you can keep the knees slightly bent. So always making sure to listen to the body, never forcing yourself into a pose, but allowing the sensations in the pose to guide you. On your next inhale, you can inhale yourself back so that the back is parallel with the ground. Engage the belly, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, hinge yourself all the way up to standing. We're going to walk the feet in so that they're a little bit wider than hip width apart. Keep the toes pointing out. Inhale, reach the fingertips up, and exhale, sink all the way down into a squat. If the heels don't reach the floor, you can fold up the mat a bit for the heels to rest on, or you can also allow your sit bones to rest on a block. On your next exhale, you can release, coming into a seated position. We're going to bring the sole of the right foot into the inner left thigh. Straighten that left leg, bring the fingertips behind you, press into the fingertips, and feel the crown of your head reach forward, creating a forward tilt in the pelvis. Then inhale, both arms up, and exhale, surrender forward. So here we want to make sure that we maintain that forward tilt in our pelvis. So if you find that you're rolling back on your pelvis, then it's a good idea. You can roll up the edge of your mat or the end of your mat, and you can elevate your hips on your mat or sit on a folded blanket. On your next inhale, you can slowly roll yourself back up. Release that right leg and switch. So bring the sole of the left foot into the inner thigh of the right leg. Straighten that right leg, fingertips behind, pressing the crown of head up and away, creating that forward tilt. We'll inhale, fingertips reach up, exhale, surrender forward. You can reach for the sole of your foot. You can hold on to the calf. If you have a strap, you can place a strap around the ball of that right foot and hold on to the strap. Again, you can use your breath here, so you can inhale, coming slightly up, and exhale, surrendering forward, allowing that dynamic movement to help you deepen into the pose, creating a little bit more flexibility in the back of the leg. On the next inhale, slowly rolling yourself back up, releasing the legs. You can shake out the legs if you like. And then here we're going to straighten both legs, coming into a seated forward fold. Fingertips back again. Press into the fingertips. Feel that pelvis tilting forward. Then once you feel that, you can inhale both arms up and exhale, surrendering forward. So here you want to keep that feeling of the crown of head reaching towards the tops of your feet. So we're not necessarily trying to bring our nose to our knee. We're trying to feel length in our spine, length in the sides of our body. So actively keep pulling the crown of your head, trying to reach it towards the tops of your feet. Stay connected with your breath. So allow your breath to help you through the pose, helping you surrender on the exhales. On your next inhale, you can roll yourself back up. Bring your hands slightly back. We're going to bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to our mat. Inhale, reach the hips up. And then on your exhale, let them sink back down. Rolling onto your back, you can hug the knees in. Then bringing the soles of the feet to the edges of your mat, you can let your knees gently drop from side to side. And then the next time that they fall to the right, we're going to hold here, coming into a gentle recline twist. If you'd like, you can place the ankle of the right foot onto the left knee to just encourage it down towards the mat. You can look over your left shoulder if that's comfortable for your neck. And then we'll release, bringing the soles of the feet back onto our mat, letting the knees drop from side to side. This time allowing them to fall to the left, bringing the ankle of the left foot onto the right knee, if that's comfortable, allowing it to encourage the right knee towards your mat, looking over the right shoulder if it's comfortable for your neck. And then we'll gently release, let the knees sway from side to side one last time. Hug the knees in towards your chest, gently rocking from side to side. And then when you're ready, we'll come into Shavasana. We're going to come into Shavasana, bringing the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to open up towards the sides. Your arms can come down by your sides, palm face up. Feel the shoulder blades sliding down the back. Let your eyes softly close. And notice what it feels like to just be in this moment. So gently allow your breath to deepen again. Let your head gently rock from side to side. You can wiggle the fingers and the toes. You can gently close the legs, straighten the legs on the inhale, reach the fingertips up overhead, getting a nice stretch along the sides of the body, and on the exhale, surrendering. And then one last time, we'll inhale, reaching, and on the exhale, you can roll to the right side. On your inhale, press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Let your hands come to your heart center, feeling your thumbs gently pressing up against the sternum. You can bow your head forward. Take a moment to thank yourself for practicing. And thank you for letting me guide you today. Namaste.